Well, for the second time, my nice brand new Snowmachine refuses to start again. Nothing. So today being President's Day, Delta Power Sports is closed, but tomorrow I'm going to be calling them. At this point, I'm trying to figure out a way to get this freighted to Manly, and then somebody's going to have to somehow either use heavy equipment and lift it up into my trailer, or somehow we'll have to, I don't know, winch the thing up into the trailer because it won't start. But my honey has found a heat gun, so we're hoping that'll do something, because the last time this happened, we figured out if we put hand warmers around this whole thing and close it all up real nice, eventually it did come on. But this time that's not working. So now we're bringing out the Opus. So anyway, the hand warmers worked last time. They didn't work this time. Like I showed you, nothing. So my honey brought out our Opus and a heat gun, and he's going to see if maybe that will fix it.
If I have enough energy here to do it. Well, reminding you again, this is a brand new 2026 Skidoo Skandic 600 Ace. And it won't start again. Michelle trailered it to Manly, unloaded it, drove it to 20 miles home. This was about 3 weeks ago. And got it here, it died. It would not start. Nothing would work. You get a little click there, but that's about it. So we wrapped the switch because the dealer said there could be moisture in there that froze up, and that's messing the ignition switch up, which if that's the case, I don't want this thing. That could happen anywhere, 300 miles out in the bush. But it's done it again. And this time there is no electric to anything. I have traced as much of the wiring as I possibly could, and all the fuses are good. There's no power to the fuse block, there's no power to anything. So there has to be a break in the line, in the wiring harness somewhere. And we just found out today, or actually last night, there's a lot of people having that problem with the Skandic 600 and the 900. The same identical problem. So we'll try to get in touch with some of those guys and find out what the fix was.
Well, we got some decent snow last night. Woo! Okay, so this here, how far down the axe was. Whee! Got some deep snow. Hey puppies. Takani always wants to be in the video, but I don't know if it'll show on here, but bits of snow are still falling from the skies. Oh, this is pretty. The sun's out, snow's still gently falling. It's the kind of day, I think, that little kids should be out playing in the fresh snow. So the Snowmachine started today. Now it's 17 above, I think it's like 18 or 19 now, but it was 17 above. It started without a problem. As you see, we keep a mitt over the handlebar there for just in case of moisture. But just because it started doesn't mean it's going to start tomorrow. So I called Delta Power Sports and talked to the sales manager, because he walked me through the whole entire purchase when I was there last month. And I said, this needs to come in. This is not reliable. Twice I've tried to get to town and twice the machine hasn't worked. And he said, so you're saying you have no confidence in it? And I said, yep, that's pretty much what I'm saying. So he went back and he talked to the mechanics, and the mechanics said they're 3 weeks out and they can't make any exceptions. Gary came back and told me, and I said, well, here's the deal. I can't come home without the snow machine. So he said, well, let me escalate this. No, you shouldn't be having to deal with this. I mean, I've only had this machine 3 weeks. and it's done this twice. So he escalated it up the ladder, I think, to the general manager, and he called me back and said, when you get it in, we'll get it into the shop and they're expecting you. It will get looked at and worked on. So now I just have to be able to get it to Manly. Up, walking out to our fire cutting spot. Trail has all but disappeared. Beautiful day. Though I see clouds in the distance, and I did see the weather forecast, I don't think it was for Friday night, minus 40. So we go from ubu amounts of snow to minus 40. What you doing, pups? Oh, there goes a rabbit. I don't think you'll catch it. That's the first rabbit I've actually seen. Startled it. Takani thinks he's going to catch it. I've got news for him. Bet you couldn't catch that rabbit, huh, pups? Give him kudos for trying, though. Well, gotta say, it was blue sky just a few minutes ago, and now the entire sky is one giant cloud. Makes me wonder sometimes just what's going on. We have beautiful sky and all of a sudden nothing. Even still, it's a pretty day out. Huh? Here come the blue skies again, just what, I don't know, 10 minutes after it was totally gray. It is so weird. I'm just crossing my fingers we get some nice non-snowy weather for a while, because I love the snow, but I'm ready for it to stop and clear. In fact, I'm ready for summer, you know what I mean, jelly beans? Well, looks like we're getting another snowfall. That just started. You know, I said the clouds had moved in after a few minutes of nice blue sky, but I decided to come out and check on my tent, and look at that. Tent is still standing strong. Need some packing down around it. Alrighty. Let's go in here for a sec. Alright, I'm in. The puppy waltzed on in here and decided he wants to hang out too. Oh, pups. Look at that face. Yeah. Ooh, of course, snow did come in through the pipe, but I guess what I should do in the future if I'm not coming back right away is take the pipe down and cover that hole, which I am going to do before I leave here this time. But it looks like it's sleet. Look, like little tiny hails. Yeah. Look at that. Yep, I'm going to take this pipe apart and cover that.
Well, the storm continues. We just had a storm warning issued by NOAA for our area, and it looks like it finally got here. This is mostly sleet that's falling. It's about 21 degrees above zero. So temperature-wise, not too bad out here. Well, it's Thursday, and we woke up this morning to partly cloudy skies. Michelle was preparing to make a supply run now that we have the Skandic starting, or at least it started a little while ago. She was going to follow our neighbor in, and then we got a notice from NOAA that a storm was headed our way. And it hit with some pretty high winds and blowing snow, and now any trail that was there is no longer there. So that has been postponed until Monday. And the reason we're having to wait till Monday is because the Iron Dog race is going on right now, and it uses the mail trail, which you do not want to be on it with probably 45, 55 racing snow machines coming at you. It just would not make for a pleasant experience. So we'll wait till the race is over and all of the machines have passed from Manly to Nenana. And then we will attempt this again on Monday.